100,000% better. Let me get this camera straight for Purple Sunday. No excuses, baby. We are lit today. Your boy is back. I want to give a special shout out to every single person that held down this show yesterday. This is y'all show for real. Show for real, like the group So For Real. Y'all held that show down yesterday. I don't know what y'all did, but I was just like popping up over here, making sure I got back up, because whatever I ate and mixed with a little bit of that alcohol had my stomach on. No, 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 no. Don't ever do that again. As y'all see, your boy lit. I'm so ready to go. Okay, where we got to go right now? Trump. Charlie Kirk suspect not cooperating with the authorities. We got some people already up in here. I got a shout out for real. Liberty and Justice, how you doing? How we doing, Batty Lynn? How you doing, Cat Dad? We got Solo Thug up in the building. We got Jeffrey Spilker up in here. Yeah, I like saying that name too. I don't know. It's a unique name, Jeffrey Spilker. Yeah, it sounds very important, don't it? Especially for Purple Sunday. All right, y'all. Y'all know we got to get into it, right? Your boy charged up. I can't wait to do it. Why? He gave me another one to get it right. Y'all know I love y'all to death, and I could not do it without you. Even when I was sick, I said, ain't no way. I'm doing the show. What we got going on over here? Y'all ready? I am. I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. It's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. I feel good. Y'all ready? Bling, bling, bling. I feel it coming. I trust you this morning. Bling, bling, bling. We about to do our thing. Bling, bling, bling. Bling, bling, bling. Bling, bling, bling. We're about to do our thing. Come on, baby. Stop playing with me. Yeah. And that's right, we gotta get that wake up in the morning with those cold fingertips. Check out this trick I learned. Just put your palms down and tap them like that, right there in the middle. Yeah, get your circulation going. Open up your face, because sometimes you might just have to dig, if you will, the picture of you and I engaged in a kiss. I said the sweat of your body covers me. Can you, my darling, can my picture and dream if you can in courtyard where oceans and violets bloom. I said, animals strike curious poses. They feel the heat between me and you. How can you just leave me standing? Come on, y'all, come on. Low where the world is so cold. What I said, come on. Maybe you're just too demanding. Maybe you're just like my father, too bold. Maybe you're just like my mother. She's never satisfied. Keep on going. Why do we scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when doves cry. I'm ready to go, y'all. I'm ready to go. Y'all know why I'm charged up, right? Because this if boom, that be. It's Sunday the 24th. That's right, y'all. 2025. I'm your host, Bugatti NYC, and this here's our bottom line, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that and that, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that. Just got me lit. That's right. That's what it did. I got the date wrong. Let me fix that real quick. Oh, yes, the 14th. How you going to say the 24th? It's just that we just keep on chugging along so much. I forget the date sometime. Y'all excuse me for that. Let's see who we got up in the building. Who we got up in here this morning? We got Cat Dad. We got Batty Lynn up in here. We got Liberty and Justice. We got Jeffrey Spilker up in here. Who else do we have up in here? We got my homegirl, Rebecca Lonyan Bueno from Grand Rapids, Michigan. That's right, you guys. We lit this morning. It is Purple Sunday. We going extended today. We don't care. We got a lot to get into. And guess what? Without any further ado, because I got a full clip, you know what I'm ready to do because I'm so charged up and I missed out yesterday? I'm ready to do what? Let's get into these titles. It's time to get to work on this Purple Sunday, y'all. Let's go. Let me get that audio rocking. Make sure we good. I hear you in the background. Let's go. What we have here in this title this morning, because we fully loaded, we got to let everybody know we're here. Don't forget to hit that like button on the way in, because we need to let everybody know what's up. Who else we got up in here? Oh, wait a minute. What's up with my brother, my homeboy, Casey Ramos chiming up in here real quick. Who else we got up in here? We got Q's Main. Okay. Who else we got up in here? Yeah, come on. I can't forget about Luigi. Come on, Luigi. What's up, Casey? How you doing today, bro? Let's keep on going. What do we have here? Y'all ready? Let's go. We have Trump, Charlie Kirk suspect, Tyler Robinson is not cooperating, doesn't want to talk, mums the word, trying to be quiet. That's okay, because the governor already said they looking for the penalty on you, homeboy. We're going to keep on moving forward. What else do we have? We got Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell inside the empire of lies. There you go. Lies and evil. Let's run that down again. Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell inside the empire of lies and evil. That's all we've been finding out about. Files, nonsense, and BS ever since we've been examining this whole thing. And yeah, we got more. Let's keep on going, y'all. What else we got? We got Donald Trump Jr. reveals the threats to his family and friends that they constantly face. Yes. Think about it. People don't like your dad. They're not going to like the son. And of course, they're not going to like the friends of the person that they actually are, they're cool with. Your enemy is my enemy. That's how they look at it. But hey, can't please everybody. And with that being said, y'all know what I got. I got a full clip, and it's time for me to get into these first new arriving clips that I just saw before we came in. So I wanted to get this out first to bring us all up to date on actually what's happening right now. So let's go. Let's go out. Let's go over here. We got President Trump. I had to cue this up because I wanted some of this speech because I didn't get it the other day. You know why. Not going to go into that, but let's just get into it. Good morning, everybody. Happy Purple Sunday.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Before we begin, let me express the horror and grief so many Americans at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk have felt. Charlie was a giant of his generation, a champion of liberty, and an inspiration to millions and millions of people. Our prayers are with his wonderful wife, Eric, and his beautiful children. Fantastic people they are. We miss him greatly, yet I have no doubt that Charlie's voice and the courage he put into the hearts of countless people, especially young people, will live on. I'm pleased to announce that I will soon be awarding Charlie Kirk posthumously the Presidential Medal of Freedom. The date of the ceremony will be announced, and I can only guarantee you one thing, that we will have a very big crowd, very, very big. Thank you, my fellow Americans. 84 years ago this morning, the banks of the Potomac were filled with the clamor of construction workers who broke ground on the building now known as the Pentagon on September 11th, 1941. At the time, it was the biggest building ever built. From that moment forward, this structure stood as a monument to American strength, power, and cherished.
I really wanted the beginning of that. I really wanted to get the message out in the word about how we all are feeling in this situation. Keep on moving forward now, because I do also want to let his wife speak, because Erica Kirk basically spoke. She spoke out for the first time the other day. Check this out, guys.
The widow of conservative political activist Charlie Kirk spoke publicly for the first time since he was killed in a shooting. As Johnny Fernandez reports, more details were also revealed about the suspected gunman.
For the first time since her husband's killing, Erica Kirk spoke publicly Friday evening. In an emotional 16-minute statement, she thanked supporters, praised law enforcement, and vowed that Charlie Kirk's movement will continue.
You have no idea the fire that you have ignited within this wife.
Meanwhile, officials have identified 22-year-old Tyler Robinson as the suspect. They believe fired a single shot from the roof of Utah Valley University, killing Kirk.
A family member of Tyler Robinson reached out to a family friend who contacted the Washington County Sheriff's Office with information that Robinson had confessed to them or implied that he had committed the incident.
Just before his arrest, officials say investigators identified Robinson as the suspect in surveillance footage. They described seeing him walk with an unusual limp, which they believe was caused by a rifle hidden under his clothes. Investigators say they spoke with family members who said Robinson had become more political in recent years, and one referenced an incident where Robinson spoke with a family member about Charlie Kirk coming to Utah Valley University. Keaton Brooksby, who attended 6th grade through 12th grade with suspect Tyler Robinson, spoke exclusively with ABC News over Zoom Friday afternoon.
It really just caught me off guard. I was walking my dog and I saw the picture come through and I knew him immediately, and I couldn't believe that it was him, especially, knowing him in high school. He wasn't any sort of, person that I would anticipate to be doing something like this. So, just utter shock.
The Utah County Attorney's Office says that it will review evidence over the next few days and is expected to file charges including aggravated murder as soon as next week. Johnny Fernandez, ABC News, New York.
Yeah, so he is also, you know how it goes. I forgot to say this to you. I don't want to just seem like I'm not paying you attention, but y'all remember how it go. I got 5 on it. I got to stack 5 videos before I come to the comments. You guys are going to stay on point, and I'm going to make sure we get this info. Try to get the most in-depth information that we could possibly get. I try to go a little further. So now we're going to go a little further, like we always do here. We got this person has not cooperated since his arrest. That's right. Tyler right here, he is not cooperating at all. But y'all got to stick with me because we're about to stack this deck right now. So let's go. Let's stack it up right now. Let's go.
If you're not familiar with how all of this did play out, as far as the timeline, we know that Charlie Kirk was speaking. Those are some of the photos there at Utah Valley University. About 3,000 people in attendance as the gunshot was fired. He was rushed over to a hospital afterward, where sadly, we later heard from President Trump that Kirk did pass away. I want to discuss the case in general and what happens next. So let's bring in a friend of the show here. We do have Jillian Snyder, an adjunct lecturer at John Jay College of Criminal Justice and resident senior fellow at the R Street Institute. She is also a retired New York City police officer. Thank you so much, Jillian, for taking the time to join us here.
Morning, Josh. Thanks for having me.
We do appreciate you, but what I really wanted to show was the on-ground movement as well as the actions during the actual incident. And we appreciate you guys for that content. Now, I just want to let you guys know that Charlie Kirk, he's no longer with us, but the guy who did this crime, his name is Tyler Robinson. He's gay. Yeah, he's gay. He's gay. A gay man. Y'all can call him whatever y'all want, but he has a boyfriend who's a girl. Call him a drag, transvestite, whatever like that. But on this show, yeah, you can say that. He's gay. Keep on moving forward, y'all. Let's keep it moving forward. And just forgot to say this. The reason I'm saying that, not because of any specific reason, but I'm coming to think that maybe if Charlie Kirk was against certain things like that, or maybe if he said stuff towards that, that could be leading towards why he snapped, this Tyler guy. Also, the partner of the gay guy who did this basically spoke out. He's the one that's basically saying, he's talking. She is talking. Oh, because I forgot to tell you, it's a transformer, not just a male, but it's a transformer. Call me what you want. I call it what it is over here. If it swings when you walk down the thing, yeah, you're a man. Let's keep on going. Let's keep going.
I do want to get back to the latest here on the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk as we continue to learn new details here. Brooke Singman over at Fox Digital posting this a short time ago saying exclusive, Charlie Kirk assassin Tyler Robinson lived with his transgender partner, according to sources. The individual, who is a male transitioning to a female, is fully cooperating with the FBI. Sources tell me the FBI...
We have got to the point where literally...
Yeah, so, and I'm just being real for what it is.
This is base 44. This is the first look at the...
FBI had texts and other communications between Robinson and the individual that helped FBI authorities solidify that Robinson was indeed the shooter. Again, Robinson has been named the suspect and is in custody. The last question Charlie Kirk answered before he was murdered was, quote, "Do you know how many transgender Americans have been mass shooters over the last 10 years? Charlie replied, quote, "Too many." He was then asked, quote, "Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years? Charlie replied, quote, "Counting or not counting gang violence." Charlie was then assassinated.
Again, I believe that is the fuel behind the entire situation right there. I think we just wrapped it up. Not trying to be, I'm just calling it for what it is. Somebody disrespected his boyfriend and he got tight and went and handled that. I got two more for you before we can get to the comments. Some soft-hearted people in here that swing the other way. Hey, I feel you, but that's how I get down. Utah, the governor himself has declared that penalty is in play for Mr. Robinson. He states that he faces state as well as federal charges. Let's go, y'all. We're not playing this morning. We're stacking this deck right. I know I'm talking about one subject a lot, but I'm trying to get it all in play, trying to run them down as fast as possible.
CB Cotton joins us outside the jail in Spanish Fort, Utah, where the suspect is being held. Kai, CB.
Hey, Brian. Yeah, the next major development in this case, formal charges to be filed against Tyler Robinson, who, yes, is being held here at the Utah County Jail without bail after a 33-hour manhunt. So according to a probable cause affidavit, Utah authorities have recommended charging him with several state charges to include aggravated murder. Investigators have also recommended charging him with felony discharge of a firearm causing seriously bodily injury and obstruction of justice, capital first-degree felony conduct. Fox has also learned there are active discussions within the Justice Department to bring a federal charge or charges, and that the federal death penalty is in play under U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi.
Yep.
Utah's governor explaining yesterday there were major clues connecting Robinson to the crime.
I believe that the round has been recovered, and so that evidence has been taken back to Quantico to be processed. This is someone who hated Charlie Kirk and hated his message and hated what he was doing, and decided to use political violence to end his life.
We know this case far from over. Yesterday, the police were seen outside the home of Robinson's parents in southern Utah, gathering around a large truck, wearing gloves, taking and reviewing images. And the gray Dodge Challenger, believed to be owned by the shooter, was also towed away. Police said this is the car that was spotted on campus surveillance video hours before the shooting. And neighbors are also reacting to the news that Robinson's family helped turn him in.
That had to be an unbelievable decision, and I should hope that all of us parents would do the same. I'm not shocked. I am not shocked. This is how things are now. It's everybody's neighborhood. It's everybody's town. It's everybody's state.
Keep on moving, y'all. I got one more on the topic, and we're gonna wrap this topic up right here. But you know how we do. Any more information that we find, definitely gonna make sure. I'm definitely going to make sure to bring it to you. Definitely going to make sure to do that. Now we got a situation where the State Department is saying foreigners praising the Kirk situation, they face a crackdown. So if you have a visa and you're starting to talk bad about this situation, they're going to take that visa. Check this out, y'all. Let's keep on moving. Last thing I got on the topic.
The State Department is issuing a warning to any foreign nationals who are praising Charlie Kirk's assassination. Your visa could be revoked. This comes as the Trump administration has cracked down on immigration and strengthened the vetting process of who is allowed into our country. Deputy Executive Director at the National Security Institute and former Senior State Department Advisor, Martha Miller, joins us now to talk about this. Thank you for giving us your time on this Saturday. We appreciate it. Your thoughts on this announcement, essentially, from the State Department. Does it make sense to say if you are pro-political assassination and you are a foreigner, you have to leave the country?
I think there's always a balance to be had with the First Amendment. Obviously, the First Amendment offers broad protections, not just for American citizens, but foreigners on our soil. At the same time, there are even limits for American citizens, starting with incitement to violence, defamation, and direct threats. Visas are not a right given to foreign nationals. It is a privilege that is granted by the U.S. Department of State, and the State Department does have broad authorities to curb, revoke, deny those visa requests. I think it comes down to common sense. And if I could take a step back here, Governor Cox pointed out in his remarks, and I agree, that this is a concern. He pointed out that there are concerns about malign influence from our adversaries who want to see us fighting against one another.
Yeah, okay, like that. Made a good point. Let's get us some Epstein information right here. Let's get into the web of deceit and lies that we already caught up on, but we got a little more information for you guys right
You've
here.
probably heard of Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein, and let's be real, their names together are enough to send chills down your spine. Why? Because after Epstein's 2019 arrest, it was revealed they were involved in horrific crimes that shocked the world. So, what was really going on between them? It all started in 1991. Ghislaine Maxwell, daughter of British media tycoon Robert Maxwell, had just moved to New York to launch a magazine and keep her socialite lifestyle alive. She was well connected, polished, and thanks to her dad, who owned the New York Daily News, she had instant access to Manhattan's elite. That's when she met Jeffrey Epstein.
I'm not sure exactly what the outcome will be, but definitely not good.
Now, Epstein wasn't exactly new money. He was already rich and mysterious, with a reputation for moving in powerful circles. Maxwell, on the other hand, was on the brink of losing everything. Later that same year, her father died suddenly in a boating accident. And not long after, the financial house of cards collapsed. Turns out, Robert had stolen hundreds of millions in pension funds. Ghislaine's privileged life vanished almost overnight. Her New York dream? Gone. She had to downsize, reassess, and that's where Epstein came in. He helped her get back on her feet. Some say he rescued her. Others say he bought her loyalty. By 1992, people were whispering they were a couple. But even if there was romance, money played a huge role. Prosecutors in her later trial said it clearly. Maxwell stuck around for the lifestyle. Epstein funded her lavish life, gave her properties, paid her tens of millions. Yes, millions. One witness even said she got a helicopter, paid for by Epstein. Priorities. Helicopter first, morals later. But Epstein...
Just want to bring you guys up on some history that we already know about. You guys want to see the whole thing here? We only do 2 minutes, and I'm nasty. That's 158 right there. Y'all see how I get down. Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. The Empire of Lies. Rumor juice. We're going to give them the props on this. It's actually 9 minutes and 56 seconds long. If you guys want to get that information and check it out, go ahead and do that, because what I like to do is always bring us back up to the origination of situations, especially when Ghislaine says stuff like Mr. Epstein, or when she says stuff like, oh, we weren't that close, and then we find fertility records. Oh, no, baby, you lying. We can't see. You need the rest. Yeah, we know you're lying. We're going to keep on moving forward to Washington real quick, because we have some information from Donald Trump Jr. He's going to reveal the threats that his family and friends face. He's also a really big friend of Charlie Kirk. So he was really emotional during this time right here, you guys. Check this clip out right here. I wanted to bring you guys up to date on the information because, again, ain't nowhere in the world you have been dealing with somebody that long and you're going to be calling him Mr. Epstein. Stop it.
Right. Earlier today at the White House, President Trump had the opportunity to remember Charlie Kirk while speaking to reporters. Let's take a look.
I spoke to Erica, his wife, and we had a long talk, and she's devastated. She is absolutely devastated, as you can imagine. I've never seen a person that was a little bit older get along so well with you. He got along with young people. I've never seen anything like it, and he really helped me a lot. I did very well, as you know, with young people, and he was a big factor.
Mr. President, are you going to go to Charlie Kirk's funeral, sir?
I will be.
You will. Do you know when that will be?
I believe it's in Arizona, and they've asked me to go, and I think I have an obligation to do.
Do you know when that will be?
I'm hearing I hear next weekend. Whenever it is, I'll be going.
So he's going
All right,
to
joining
the
us
funeral.
now is Donald Trump Jr. is with us. First of all, Don, thanks for being here. Our deepest sympathies. I know how close you were to Charlie, how much he loved you, your entire family, especially your father. You know, I'm for a lot of people, they're having a very hard time comprehending or making sense of this because it doesn't make sense. Your reaction to all of it, I know he was a dear friend of yours.
No, it doesn't make any sense, Sean. I mean, Charlie was such a great guy, kind, articulate, one of the sweetest people I know. You know, he gave so many of those who disagreed with him, he actually gave them his platform.
Yes, Arizona.
To debate. He wanted to have that conversation. He understood without that conversation that violence would ensue. And so he did everything to prevent that. And because he did so, and he did so articulately and so effectively, they killed him. His threat wasn't that he was a threat or malicious or anything. It was that he was very effective. And they had to make sure that that didn't continue. They tried doing the same thing with my father. I've now had to have, you know, a conversation about a loved one, you know, almost being assassinated or actually being assassinated now 3 times with my 5 young children. And it's just not acceptable, Sean. It has to stop. It's absolutely disgusting. When you think of the things that Charlie spoke about, he spoke about God, he spoke about American values, he spoke about family, you know, it was very controversial, Sean, very controversial that he said, you know, men can't be women. He was about as reasonable as it possibly gets, and it didn't matter. They still killed him. So it's been a rough day.
It has been a rough time. It's been rough for everybody. And, you know, what he was doing was actually magical. It was brilliant in so many different ways. He'd go into a hostile environment, university campus, you know, knowing there's a lot of left-wing indoctrination often going on, inviting everybody, all political points of view, prove me wrong. Let's have a discussion. And he do.
BHL light, you out of here. Soon as you stick your head up out the hole, I don't know what you did, but I got too many gloves talking about you. BHL light, I am hunting for you. Do me a favor, talk a bunch of crap to me. BHL light, what's popping? You think you all at? Where you at? BHL light, come on, come on, come on. What's up with you? You got something to say? Say it to me. Come on, say it real quick, BHL light. Come on, I got you. Because you know what's going to happen, right? Dun, 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 dun. Bam! Out of here. Come on, BHL light, dare me. Come on, let's keep on going over here. We got a little abnormal, quiet dude, co-worker of the alleged Charlie Kirk person. I'm not going to say that word. He speaks to CNN because he worked with Charlie.
New details into Out Front about the man who allegedly murdered Charlie Kirk. Suspect's name is Tyler James Robinson. And Out Front just spoke to a man who worked with the 22-year-old as recently as 2 weeks ago. So 2 weeks ago, the man you see on your screen was at work. The two were both doing electrical work at what our source, who did not want to be identified, describes as a big custom house in Santa Clara, Utah. He says Robinson was, quote, a little abnormal, didn't talk to anyone. He was a quiet dude, and he didn't like talking unless spoken to. He stays in the back, and I knew from word of mouth from coworkers that he was not fond of Trump or Charlie Kirk, obviously. Now, you know, when you think about this, right, he's working on this job site 2 weeks ago. Robinson was a 4.0 student, honor roll kid. He'd received a prestigious scholarship to college. He had no criminal record. He is registered to vote, but not affiliated with a party. His parents are both registered Republicans. Right now, though, he is being held without bail on several charges, including aggravated murder. They say assassinating Charlie Kirk as a sniper. These are live pictures we're showing you right now of the Utah County Jail. That is where Robinson is as we speak. Now, according to sources, he is not cooperating. He is not speaking to investigators. He was arrested overnight, though, more than 250 miles away from Utah Valley University, where Kirk was shot as he spoke to a crowd of students. We do have some new video of a person matching Robinson's description walking near Utah Valley University just moments before the shooting. So again, it appears to be new video of the suspect just before the shooting. What later ensued was a massive manhunt, more than 33 hours, that ended only after Robinson's family turned him in. A source tells us that Robinson's father recognized his son after seeing these images, and it was images you could look at and realize if that was somebody you knew well or if that was your child, you would recognize them. Well,
all right, y'all, we got to keep on moving forward. I see BHL Light is a punk, scared little punk or a troll or whatever like that. Don't want to come out, all scared. Scared to come out. We're going to keep on moving forward. I got more information for you guys. Let's keep on doing this. Had a little glitz going on there with the iPad, but it's all cool because we're going to do it like this. I wanted to talk about this because it's very serious and it's a sensitive topic. Now, other representatives, other people that have a following, let's say congressmen, presidents, assembly people, they're all nervous now, very nervous. As soon as this situation happened, something happened automatically. What happened where they called everybody in and they're trying to brief them on what's going on. This is a situation right here where this one person is saying she is number 3 on the list of the Republicans. Yes, Lauren Boebert on targeted members of Congress. She's talking about how people in Congress are now being directly targeted. Thank you. Check it out.
Of course, there are concerns. Listen, Pierce, we had a mandatory in-staff meeting that was called by the Sergeant at Arms at the House of Representatives. They flew to Colorado to meet with all of my district staff. And it was announced in that meeting that I am number 3 on their list for targeted members of Congress. And, we certainly have increased security since then, but it hasn't stopped. And even to add to that, this week, I would have never expected any kind of calls coming into my office or emails of a threatening nature. And we have sent in more threats to Capitol Police and FBI this week than in the past couple of months, and maybe even longer than that. And so, when we're hearing things like Charlie Kirk rightfully was murdered and you should be too, this is what has to stop. And I would have never expected Americans to continue down that path, be joyful that such an amazing Christian, faith-filled father, friend, man, leader was assassinated, executed in front of our faces, and they would continue with that rhetoric and rejoice in it. This is a disgusting, dark time, and I hope that we could bring light and joy and true unity. We don't need an enemy to unite around. We live in America, which is the greatest country, but this is the this is the greatest country. And we have so much to be grateful for and honor and respect one another, that alone should be what unites us.
Now, how would you feel knowing that you're like the number 3 person that they're looking to do something to or mess with? That's crazy right there. And I just want to pray for peace and calmness, because people are looking at me like, how can I not be more understanding and more resolving in a situation like this? We need to really come together at this time and calm down. As far as all of this stuff that's going on with people lashing out at each other, I pray right now consistently that things change, because the way that the world is going right now, it is really in a bad place. And I pray that God can help us immediately, because we need it. We need it, Lord. I swear we do. I ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. We need it now, immediately, yesterday, 2 days ago, last week, last month. New York City, Trump gives a new 3-word nickname to Mamdani weeks before his election day. Thank you guys for all the support in the chat. Like I always say, if it wasn't for you, there'd be no me without you. Let's go.
A lot of them in New York City you built.
I do.
That's called capitalism, not socialism. We have Mamdani, who is ahead in the polls here. What's your reaction?
It's amazing. It's up by 20. I call him my little communist. He's my little communist mayor. But, he has to come to Washington for money, a lot of money. And it's amazing. I was so surprised by this. Even the other 2 candidates, you know, you look at the candidates. Now, maybe one-on-one somebody could beat him, and I'm not looking at the polls too carefully, but it would look like he's going to win. And that's a rebellion. It's also a rebellion against bad candidates, okay? It's a rebellion. They're tired of it. You know, they're seeing things happening. We have taxes being put on us in New York by Democrats that is so bad that even the Democrats are revolting. It's not possible for a Democrat to lose.
My little comment.
I did, you know, in the presidential election, I did great in New York. I did great, you know, considering it's New York.
Considering it's New York.
I mean, I did great. But there's a lot of question on the voters, you know, on the booths and everything else on the votes. But we should never be in a position where we're talking about a communist. Now, a communist running
Doesn't like capitalism.
running what could be, because it's, you know, so badly run, but what could be, I'll tell you, if I were mayor of New York, it would be the greatest city in the world so fast.
Are you going to get more
Because
involved?
we have such great cops. You know, I looked at the police, New York's finest last night. They all wanted my picture, autographs. They beat the hell out of my hand. My hand is like a wounded warrior. They shake, and they're strong as hell, the police. Some of these guys that,
oh, yeah.
they're taking, you know, it's based on merit again. So now they're very strong. When they shake your hand, and some of them are crying because they never cried. When they were born, they didn't cry, but now they're crying because they love our country. They love me. And you know, they know it's law and order and stuff that like they want common sense. Sir, may I shake your hand? May I please shake your hand? And they're crying, and they're shaking my hand. I'm saying,
But here's why that really matters.
You got to keep moving forward, you guys. I hope we get some of those POs around our situation, because we definitely need some. We got to keep on moving forward now. Let's get over to LA. I'm going to say this to you guys straight up and down, because my apartment and my place has been robbed several times. The place that I live. I always say, if your apartment gets jacked, it's always looking at your friends and your family as the suspects. They know your movements, and they know everything about you. So yeah, this is a situation right here where police arrest 3 members of a burglary crew in downtown Los Angeles. Check this out, you guys. A lot of times, if it's not your friend or family, it's someone that knows how you move in that complex.
News tonight, Ventura County Sheriff's deputies arrested 3 people in downtown LA today. The 3 accused of a series of home burglaries over the past month and a half. NBC4's Starsha Phillips joins us now with new video of the arrest. Starsha.
Yeah, Carolyn, Ventura County Sheriff's detectives tell us that they've been working on this case for some time, and it all came to an end here on Fremont Street in downtown Los Angeles, with those sheriff's detectives pulling guns on those 3 individuals. This is cell phone video shot by a man who lives in the Da Vinci Apartments on Fremont Street in downtown Los Angeles. Open the window! This is the police! Ventura sheriffs and Ventura police with guns drawn surround a BMW sedan.
Got him.
Ventura sheriff's detectives say the 3 people inside, 2 men and a woman, committed a series of burglaries in Ventura and Los Angeles counties. Detectives who've been working this case for some time tell NBC4 they decided to move in on the 3 alleged thieves when they saw them sitting in front of the Da Vinci Apartments around 2 p.m. Thursday. The driver initially tried to flee, backing into an unoccupied car, but was quickly pinned by police and sheriff's SUVs. Detectives say evidence was recovered from their car, including camouflage clothing.
Now watch the swing.
Many who live in the Da Vinci Apartments saw the entire scene unfold.
As I was leaving to go to a beautiful volleyball game, there was like 7 cop cars here. And who would have thought that it would be because of someone being here?
Ventura County Sheriff's detectives say one of the men arrested lives in the Da Vinci Apartments. Detectives told NBC4 they executed a search warrant Thursday evening. Detectives could be seen leaving the building with bags of evidence. People we spoke with say they were shocked by what unfolded right in front of their homes and are thankful it ended with an arrest.
We heard that they tracked down a criminal organization and some of those people were living in our building, so I'm very happy to hear that.
Exactly. Good. I'm happy too. I'm happy for you too, because like I said, every single time I found out, I said, you know what? Let me rewind the tape, and it's somebody that I knew. So I stopped helping people so much, because even then, they try to come at you because, again, they know your schedule. Be careful, you guys. Chicago, a man told to stop, drop, get on the floor right now. decided to not do that. He didn't want to do that. He didn't want to comply. And as a result, sad part about it was he dragged a ICE officer a few yards. The ICE officer basically took out his weapon. That guy is no longer alive with us right now. ICE officer is now in the hospital recovering because he's really hurt bad right now. Let's get into it, you guys.
This morning, an ICE agent is recovering and a suspect is dead after allegedly dragging the agent with his vehicle during a traffic stop in the Chicago suburb of Franklin Park. This surveillance video from a nearby business capturing the moment Silverio Villegas Gonzalez's silver car goes by. 20 seconds later, you hear the shots ring out. Immigration and Customs Enforcement saying agents were conducting targeted law enforcement activity when they tried to stop Villegas Gonzalez. They say he was in the
Drop whatever you're doing right now. The Wendy's $8 JBC.
Nah, y'all ain't giving me no cut. Y'all ain't getting no promo.
Medium.
Y'all ain't getting no promo. They'll see the pictures, but they don't know what's going on. Y'all like burgers. Y'all get to that. Let me stop. Let's go.
country illegally and had a history of reckless driving. As Gonzalez tried to get away, he allegedly drove his car into the arrest team. The Department of Homeland Security says dragging an agent, quote, a significant distance. That agent opening fire, shooting and killing Villegas Gonzalez. A nearby bystander capturing ICE agent seen here, pulling him from the car.
I think it's a tragedy that a life was lost. Just right now I'm in shock of what happened.
Villegas Gonzalez died at the scene. Lawmakers speaking out and calling for transparency.
I'm calling for all of the videotapes and all of the evidence that exists to be released and for all the facts to be made public.
Immigrant rights advocates demanding justice.
Now, as you can see, they're saying abolish ICE. And they're basically not even thinking about the situation at hand or what happened or the fact that the person probably was, actually supposed to be getting arrested. The way the world is now, if they have one message and they're about something, that's what they're about. Over here, we try to be fair and partial. I try not to put my feelings on you guys and push my narrative to you. We try to do it. We try to be fair and everybody gets their point across over here. The world is just not like that anymore. I just don't understand you guys. It's really sad now what we're dealing with. What you guys got to say in the comments over here? Yeah, definitely. That's terrible. I see what you said, Famines. That's right, Cat Dad. Don't forget to smash that like button, folks. It's free and it helps to get others over here. I'm gonna say that for you. Let me help you out over there. Do your boy a favor and hit that like button. Also, if you have not already subscribed to the #1 YouTube channel from the 6 o'clock until time, you need to go ahead and do that. If you're not a member, go ahead and become a member. Hit that bell so you can hit that post notification to know whenever we're on. Now, I'm gonna even go a little further. I know that it's hot out here for a pimp, so I don't really try to hit your pockets that much. And I see y'all ain't being generous. Anyway, I ain't trying. I'm just playing with you. But what we do like over here is if you hit that like button, because that gets so many more people over here, and y'all don't believe me, hit the like button, watch what happens. The next person in the comments gonna say, hey, what's going on over here? And you know why? Because you made that circle happen. You hit that like button, YouTube said, hey, a lot of people are hitting the like button over there. Let's put up a notification. More people said, boop, 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 boop. And then in the comments, they say, so what's going on over here? And that's all because of you. It's all because of you guys. We got to stay in Chicago now. We got this family, man. Chicago, this family is mourning a Chicago barber shop owner. He's definitely put up a fight, and the situation is one of the predators, maybe someone that the victim knew. Chicago, y'all need to get better. You really need to get your stuff together. And it's really bad that they determined that the National Guard is not going there. But you really need to get better with people in the community, especially that are good figures.
New overnight charges filed against 7 suspects in a smash and grab burglary on Michigan.
Is that where we at with it? No, we're not doing it. I want to do this barbershop joint first. I really want to do this first. No. We want to do this first. Let's do that.
Mitchell Phillips had been cutting hair in the East Chatham neighborhood for years before opening up his own barbershop back in February. His business goals now left shattered in what his family says was an attempted robbery turned deadly.
He would tell me he loved me. I wish I could tell him that again.
Candles and flowers lay outside a man's commitment to a neighborhood.
If a mother came in there and school is starting up, if he could give them a free haircut, he would.
While inside,
I saw a lot of blood.
Is where Mitchell Phillips fought for his life during what his family says was an attempted robbery.
Chairs flipped over. He definitely put up a fight.
Police say the 52-year-old was shot 3 times inside of his barber shop on 79th and Drexel in East Chatham. This notice, now plastered on the storefront, effectively shutting it down a day after the deadly shooting. His family says the entrance remained locked even during business hours and was only allowed open for clientele.
Somebody that he trusted with his life, and they took his life.
A shattered dream for this beloved grandfather, now becoming a living nightmare for his loved ones left in grief.
I just feel empty. They took my daddy.
He would always say, "Love you, Pops," and I loved it when I heard that. And the fact that I'll never hear that again, it's just killing me. It's killing me, man.
Phillips' family tells me a witness who was inside of the shop at the time relayed to investigators here that there were 2 men behind the shooting, but police would not confirm that information, only saying that so far no one is in custody.
Bullshit.
At Area 2 Police Headquarters on the city's far south side, I'm Trey Ward, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Somebody that helped people out, gave out free free cuts to little kids if their mothers didn't have it. Like, are you serious? Like, what's going on out here, guys? We gonna pray for the soul and the family of Mr. Phillips, as well as everybody that's been affected by this tragic situation. All the little kids that won't be able to get haircuts, all of the people that won't be able to be guided by this phenomenal person that was a pillar in the community. We ask for peace and some sort of understanding in this tragic incident, Lord. Amen. Amen. Terrible situation. Come on now, terrible. I'm gonna just keep on going there. This happened last month. I'm gonna get it all out. They're talking about they don't need a National Guard in Chicago. How come this man got powed while watching Facebook live stream? And this is a little shocking moment right here. This was last month, and yeah, everybody probably heard about it already. But this is people just losing their lives over nonsense. I just don't understand it. Chicago, y'all really need to get better. It's graphic content right here because it actually has some footage before it happens. I know you.
So now you, oh no, we can't.
Some of you guys probably already saw this before, but again, in Chicago, you got this shocking moment right here where a man gets powed down in front of loved ones watching Facebook Live.
Do that. No. You just gotta find somewhere else to park. Who the is you talking to? You feel me? Like, who the is you talking to for real? Even talking like that. Like, that be the and that's what make a motherfucker be wanting to get into it with y'all, because y'all ain't got no respect. What's up, bro? What's up? Hell no.
Kevin Wilson was reportedly visiting his cousin's job site when he got into his car in the parking lot to begin his live stream for friends and family. 42-year-old who went by Tug was on the 5,000 block of W. Madison Street in the South Austin neighborhood, a mile east of the police station. Was ranting, don't forget that part, to his viewers about a recent parking dispute when a car pulled up next to him at around 6:14 p.m., probably affiliated with that car dispute. Jumped in his seat when he saw the unidentified man raise his arms in the air and ask, "What's up, bro?" Y'all saw the rest. Basically, he probably tried to jump out of that car thinking that, at first it looks like he tried to put it in gear to get out of there. Also looks like the man probably reached in and got him out. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. Chicago, y'all need to get better. Real talk. It's crazy now. It's not even that serious. Let's get on over to New York where some good things happened, where they took down a lot of pals in this trafficking ring in Queens. So hopefully, at least in New York and in a few other places, not a lot of people are gonna lose their lives now because they took these people out and they found a lot of pal. You know what I'm talking about? I can't say it. Let's go.
Candace, Mickey D's is the spot. And, you know, until law enforcement figures out a way to erect a force field to stop illegal guns from entering New York City, this is what we're going to continue hearing. Law enforcement making bust after bust. This time around, several dozen guns, along with drugs and ammunition. The operation run, at least part of it, out of this parking lot.
These guns will never be used by anyone again.
Dozens of guns, 77 in total, on display Friday inside the Queens DA's office.
Good.
9mm, revolvers.
This is one of his defaced.
At least one ghost gun and several.
Now look at this one here. That's a silent. That silences everything. You see that up there? Like, this is what's on the streets in New York. We got the drums over here. We got the switches. Yeah, that's what we got to deal with out there. But guess what? Citizens like myself, we can't carry and defend ourselves, they saying. We can't defend ourselves.
Semi-automatic assault rifles, all part of the NYPD's takedown earlier this week of a sprawling East Coast illegal gun running operation that investigators say operated in plain sight, with weapons purchased in Georgia and other states down south before they were brought up north for sale in Rosedale, Queens.
Yeah, it surprised me because I'm in the area every day.
It included 8 undercover buys.
Queens DA Melinda Katz says 41-year-old Jezreel Huston of Macon, Georgia, and 39-year-old Teddy Gaston, a.k.a. J.D. Yikes of Queens, ran the operation, but adds it was the dangerous work of a single undercover NYPD officer who made the case, making the buys from this McDonald's parking lot on Merrick Boulevard.
Yeah, y'all, and I'm gonna tell you something about Queens that I know about Queens. That's the spot where they say they line them up. Like the girls that get with you just to line you up so that you can get jacked and all sorts of stuff like that. Do me a favor, y'all. Y'all appreciate the content y'all getting on this Purple Sunday. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. We got to get on over to Houston right now. We got this truck driver who files a lawsuit against the city of Houston following an 18-wheeler chase. After you guys hear this story right here, I had to side with the truck driver after all, because this story is crazy.
The driver of the 18-wheeler that led Harris County deputies on a 45-minute, 5-mile-per-hour chase is now suing the sheriff's office and the county after his charges were dropped. Fox 26's Sherman DeSalle has the latest, including some new claims from the man's attorney. Sherman.
Yeah, it was pretty a wild story. If you remember, it looked like a bizarre police chase, an 18-wheeler crawling down the freeway. But what happened after deputies surrounded that truck, that sparked the federal lawsuit. Well, tonight, the driver's attorney says this wasn't a crime at all, but just a medical emergency. A dramatic scene on the East Freeway in December of 2023 when deputies say they found an 18-wheeler blocking lanes. When they approached, the truck began moving slowly, never faster than 5 miles an hour, for 45 minutes. It was removed from the rig after being asked repeatedly to get out for hours.
5 miles an hour.
We're still traveling about 4 to 5 miles an hour.
The driver, Trinidad H+our, after being hospitalized for injuries, was indicted on a felony evading arrest charge. Prosecutors later dropped that charge. His attorney, Garrett Gibbons, says medical records prove H+our was suffering from septic shock caused by COVID, leaving him disoriented, not dangerous.
And over 100 SWAT members decided that it was a good idea to shoot him with rubber bullets, deploy tear gas, rip him to shreds with German Shepherds, and punch him repeatedly in the back of the skull until the point of unconsciousness.
The federal lawsuit claims excessive force by 13 deputies, alleging H+our was mauled, beaten, and left with permanent nerve damage.
All they had to do was isolate the perceived threat, even though there was none. All they had to do was cuff the poor guy, and then they would have realized something was wrong.
A federal judge rejected the county's motion to dismiss, and the case is now before the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals in New Orleans. Gibbons believes it could end up before the U.S. Supreme Court. They're seeking over $1 million in damages for what Gibbons calls deplorable conduct by deputies.
There we go, y'all. That's crazy. They done ripped the door off. They done got up in there, sent the dogs in. They went a little excessive on him. He was going 5 miles per hour. All they had to do was put the same thing that they did, put the SWAT truck in front of him to slow him down, jump inside the bed and see what's going on. But hey, They decided to do that. So now they're going to be paying him some money, 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 money. I guarantee you he going to get paid. We got to get over the province now because we got this man that was out on parole from a 2007 murder. He gets nabbed for narcotics ust. I can't say that word either. I can't say that word. They really trying to censor your boy, but I'm gonna do it. It's okay.
Now from the Target 12 investigators, a convicted murderer out on parole busted by Providence police last week in a major narcotics investigation.
Police say the case also led them to another home in Fall River. Target 12 investigator Alexandra Leslie joins us now in studio with what she's learned and reaction from Providence's top cop.
This narcotics investigation all came to a head when Providence police pulled over David Mello and another suspect in Providence last Wednesday, ultimately leading police to discover a significant amount of cocaine and cash across 2 states.
Hey, who there trying to push up on Liberty in the comments? Somebody over there talking about Liberty, you're pretty. I ain't gonna lie, I did go to Liberty page. Liberty is kind of pretty over there. Uh-oh, uh-oh.
A convicted murderer is back behind bars for now after getting caught up in what police say is a family drug ring.
Great arrest, which is over 2 kilos of cocaine, almost $100,000 worth of currency that we seized.
David Mello was granted parole nearly 2 years ago after pleading guilty for his role in the 2007 shooting death of 20-year-old Mark Quintal in Providence. Colonel Oscar Perez tells Target 12 that Mello and his girlfriend, Jericho Castillo, were arrested after a months-long investigation by the department's Intelligence and Organized Crime Bureau.
It started in Providence. It led them to Fall River.
After police found suspected cocaine and about $6,000 in a birthday bag in Mello's car, they searched an apartment on Dixon Street and seized even more money. But it was Mello's girlfriend that led them to a storage unit in Cranston, and Mello that led him to his own father's apartment in Fall River. Perez said a bust like this disrupts the supply chain, which in turn prevents overdoses and saves lives.
This makes a huge impact on saving our community and public safety for our communities. But I think it also makes an impact as far as this person out for murder on parole and selling this large quantities of drugs, sends him back to prison.
Mello was released on parole in 2021. Records show he violated his parole in 2022 after associating with known felons. The Attorney General's office repeatedly objected to Mello's release, including in this 2023 letter, where the office wrote, "There is no reasonable probability that he would live and remain at liberty without violating the law if paroled once again." Perez repeatedly served on the parole board and voted in favor of Mello's parole in 2021, but was not on the board at the time of the 2023 decision.
There's a lot of individuals that are on the ACI that are doing the right thing, trying to better themselves so that they can come back to society.
That wasn't one of them, especially if he's still affiliated with stuff like that, you guys. And you heard what Liberty said. Liberty taken. She ain't got no room for you. She already got a man. Leave Liberty alone, y'all. Trying to get with my people in the chat. This is our bottom line, not tagged. This is not match. Y'all supposed to be watching the show. Come on, y'all. Los Angeles. This video shows a LA County deputy pow a man by mistake. They said by mistake, you guys, but I don't know because they did it through the door and it looked a little janky to me. So let's go. Let me show y'all this real quick. Let me open the screen up and let's keep it moving. Good morning. Good Purple Sunday.
Hey, I didn't shoot you. No, brother, I saw you shot me.
New video shows an Orange County deputy accidentally shooting a man. We're just now getting this video 1 month after it happened at a home there in Pine Hills. Deputies were responding to a report about a suspect trying to break into a home.
Yeah, but those suspects left before deputies got there. Fox 35's Kelsey Cairns is joining us live from the sheriff's office tonight. So, Kelsey, that deputy's door knock turned into complete chaos.
Yes, Luann, and simply that is putting it lightly this evening. In this new video that we have from the sheriff's office, you can see and hear when that gunfire ripped through that front door, when that deputy's weapon went off.
It could have hit an artery, too. It hit him in the leg.
From a door knock. To gunfire. An Orange County deputy behind the trigger.
I didn't shoot you.
The sheriff's office confirming to Fox 35 the deputy accidentally fired a shot.
Is anybody hurt inside? No, brother, I saw you shot me. Man, come on.
Body cam showing the moments those deputies responded to a home invasion call on Sheringham Road in Orlando.
Lawsuit. And then, like I said, you're lucky because the leg, especially in the interior, so many major veins that go to arteries. Ooh, we're going to pray for his speedy recovery, as well as the officer to get a better sensitive trigger going on there, Lord. He may not be on the force anymore after this one. Amen. Terrible, tragic situation right there. Luckily and hopefully, this man is going to be okay. Southern Loop, someone has to pay for this mother who lost her life in the same sort of a situation. Not with the police, though, but with a pow-pow. Something that I can't say. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Hi, good afternoon, you all. According to CPD, the person who was taken into custody after the fatal shooting of 31-year-old Ramika Meeks Blackman has been released without charges. Blackman's family is eagerly seeking justice.
Someone has to pay for this. It's not right.
Surrounded by family and overwhelmed with grief, Ramika's mom, Tina McMiller, says she's, as you can imagine, heartbroken after losing Ramika to gun violence on Monday morning. Ramika was dropping her son off at school near Cermak and State when police say some sort of fight unfolded, with the suspect pulling out a gun and shooting Ramika in the face. She was rushed to Georgia Hospital but did not make it. Ramika was in school to become a nurse. Her mother says she was an outstanding mother, daughter, and friend.
Tragic. Tragic.
Ramika was my baby.
Beautiful girl.
Ramika was kind, sweet, loving, very, very supportive, and an amazing mother. She loved her son. She loved me. She loved her siblings. And I loved her the same.
Tina says she's now raising her grandson, Ramika's 6-year-old son. Also, when I reached out to CPD about why the person originally taken into custody for allegedly shooting Ramika had been released without charges, they said that they can't give us any type of comment on an ongoing investigation.
And the reason I do these shows like this with videos with 10,000 views, I bring them on our platform so that we can be knowledgeable about what's going on and give it much more of a platform if we can do that. And we definitely want to pray for the loss of the life in this tragic situation right here, because it's just not necessary. People are acting like Sims and mods out here now, not understanding that you can talk to somebody. There's no need to go right to a weapon. Lord, please give us some more resolve and some more patience with each other so that we can talk and get through things. I ask this today in Jesus' name, amen. It's another reason why I made this platform, you guys. I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican, and I'm not an independent. I'm a human being, and I try to make it where we can have a conversation before things like that can happen. I'm just like, maybe we can talk. Maybe we should do this 6 o'clock. Maybe we can do a Q&A. You guys don't like the way I say stuff. Maybe you want to talk to me about certain way that I come across. So we're going to start doing that. We're going to have to get a situation going where other sides can actually have a way to talk. So I'm going to create this community even better and make it even more larger so that we can have dialogue before it has to get to tragic stuff like this. It's ridiculous. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to get over to Florida. A major court ruling has opened the door for open carry. Yeah, open carry in Florida. I don't know if that's going to help, but I don't know. I can't call it. All I'm doing is reporting what's going on here. So check this out, you guys. We're going to go over to Florida real quick.
Become the 37th full open carry state despite opposition from law enforcement and the Florida legislature refusing to act for several years in a row. Action News Jack state and local government reporter Jake Stofan is live downtown. And Jake, some state Democrats feel this ruling was a strategic sidestep of the legislative process.
Well, there's still a lot of unknowns about how this will all work in practice and whether the fears of certain groups that came out in opposition to repealing Florida's open carry ban, including the Florida Sheriff's Association, will come to fruition. Florida first banned people from being able to openly carry guns back in 1987. Since then, there have been countless legislative efforts to repeal the law, but even with the backing of Governor Ron DeSantis, They all failed. But now, this court ruling has declared the open carry ban unconstitutional, allowing gun owners to visibly carry firearms in most public places with no permit required.
The Attorney General of Florida, whose job is to defend Florida laws, really didn't do that in this case.
State Representative Anna Escamani notes law enforcement was one of the biggest opponents of open carry and even helped defeat recent efforts to repeal the ban. Now, she worries how their personal safety and efforts to protect the public could be put at risk.
A mass shooting, for example, not only do we now have more guns involved, but it's harder to identify who the perpetrator is because more and more people are going to be openly carrying their firearms.
But I think they'll be able to stop that person faster because they got a pow. Think about that, thun.
But Eric Friday, the civil rights attorney specializing in Second Amendment cases who litigated the open carry lawsuit, argues with 36 states already having open carry laws on the books, the counter arguments just don't hold up.
History shows us that those arguments are made up, fear-mongering.
Friday argues the court was clear in its decision that the law violated Floridians' Second Amendment rights.
Even if the majority of people don't like it, it's still a right that we all have.
Yeah, and they're trying to suppress people. All these different states that got this crazy crap going on, but the guy that goes on the roof or the guy that goes into school, he okay. Y'all do me a favor, double tap that screen if y'all appreciate the content that y'all getting this Purple Sunday. Let's go crazy. Let's go. Double tap that screen if y'all appreciate the content because it is not over. It ain't over. Thought you ain't like the beat. I said it ain't over. Keep on moving forward, y'all. We got to get on over to Orlando. Yes, we're going to stay in Florida. We got this one man that was accused of pointing at kids on a bus, at a bus stop. I don't know what got into him, but yeah, he should be somebody that's not allowed to carry. Let's get into this real quick. Let's go.
Back to our headlines now. An argument over parking ends with a man allegedly pulling a gun on a woman and her child. This all happened in Deltona.
The suspect was apparently upset over the mother parking on his lawn, but turns out it's not even his land. Fox 35's Chris Lindsay joins us live. So, Chris, the woman says she was afraid for her life.
Yes, the last thing she could have imagined when she sent her 16-year-old son to go pick up his sister was that moments later she'd be looking down the barrel of a gun. Well, that's what investigators say happened on Tuesday, and ever since then, she hasn't been able to sleep.
Crazy.
As soon as he came out of the house, he said, "Get the out of my property. I'm gonna shoot you."
A mother afraid for her life after a routine pickup from the school bus stop suddenly turned violent.
I was gone.
Yeah.
As soon as I see him point that gun at me, I was gone. I took the off.
Candace Cruz says 58-year-old Richard Felton threatened her son while he was picking up his sister.
And he just started cussing and screaming.
Allegedly telling him he'd be back with a gun if he didn't get off the grass near his home.
He's freaking out. That it's his yard, his property. I've been there for 4 years, never had any problems.
But investigators say the stretch of grass he was parked on belongs to the city.
My kids and all those 18 kids at the bus stop, I mean, that was my biggest priority, is their safety.
When the woman showed up to Felton's house to discuss that encounter, she claims he pulled a gun on her and her son.
Do you remember if he was pointing it at you and threatening?
Oh yeah. When I saw that gun pointed at me, my heart dropped. I haven't slept in a couple days.
After looking into it,
step out of the car, show me your ass.
Deputies showed back up and arrested him.
I know what this is about.
Yeah. He got locked up, and now he got to deal with that. Yeah. Be cool to thy neighbor, especially a little kid that's on a stretch of grass that has absolutely nothing to do with you. Sounding like an old, angry, grumpy man talking about, "Get off my grass. I done told y'all kids 1,000,000 times, get off my grass. Y'all messing up my grass over there." And it's not even his grass. Y'all do me a favor, double tap that screen if y'all appreciate the content. We got to get on over to Orlando now. But we got these masked thieves that spend hours cutting into this Orlando jewelry safe. They acting up in Florida. They acting up everywhere. They out here acting up, y'all. I'm not trying to scare anybody. I'm just trying to bring you guys up on this information, what's going on out here.
All new at 5, thieves cut a hole into a jewelry store in Orlando and then ransacked the place. They ended up getting away with thousands of dollars worth of jewelry.
Yeah, this all happened at Adams Jewelry. And Fox 35's Hannah McKenzie is joining us live from there. Hannah, the owner there, says these thieves knew exactly what they were doing.
Because it was an inside job 9 times out of 10, just like I told y'all. Most of the people that try to real snob you is people that you know.
Luann, yeah, and part of that reason is because they disabled all of the security cameras inside the jewelry store, but they didn't touch these cameras on this neighboring business, and they caught everything. I did speak with the owner. They didn't give us permission to show you the video, but I did get a chance to see it. So what I saw was an SUV come barreling down this back alley here. Three
Exactly,
men
Farm
with
News.
ski mask type
Exactly.
face masks jumped out.
Kendra,
The
you
driver
too.
stayed in
Have
the
a
car.
great
Those
weekend.
people booked it into the back entrance of the jewelry store here. The driver takes off and comes back
Dwayne,
multiple
yep.
times, but ultimately the thieves spent around 5 hours inside the store. Most of that time.
Y'all didn't hear that, did y'all? Rewind. Y'all didn't hear about how long they was in there. Oh, no. We're not going to just skip past that.
Or most of that time likely spent working to break in the store here. The driver takes off and comes back multiple times, but ultimately the thieves spent around 5 hours inside the store. Most of that time likely spent working to break into the safe.
Cut the cameras off, pulled up to the back, ran inside, easy, like Sunday morning, knew where to cut the safe open at. Stop it. If you think they're getting caught for this. Inside job.
This was no smash and grab. This was a planned operation. Thieves spending hours cutting into this vintage safe Sunday night, carving through 8 inches of concrete, stealing everything inside at Adams Jewelry in Orlando.
I got people in the comments saying it has to do with an inside job. I got people in the comments saying insurance fraud. I'm just going to say something like this. If they do find out who this person is, I guarantee you, sugar the shit, guarantee you that it's somebody that knew the whole operation, probably homeboy right there, but I ain't going to blame nobody. Now, I don't know, I thought a dentist was supposed to help you keep your teeth in your mouth, not knock them out. I'm serious. Isn't that what a dentist's job is, y'all? To help you with your teeth? Well, hey, I got this ridiculous footage of this furious dentist that brutally attacks a patient for demanding a refund. She said her braces was on too tight and she wanted a refund. The dentist said, oh yeah? Bow! How about that refund? Your lips feel better? Okay, that's exactly what happened on here. Ran up on her with the broom. Like, girl, like them old spankings I used to get from my mother with the broomstick. Check this out, y'all. Yeah, let's go. Furious dentist brutally attacks a patient for demanding a refund. I don't even gotta say nothing. Check this out. All I gotta do is show y'all. They go over there talking. She said she's mad. Her braces are too tight. There we go. For complaining that her braces were too tight and demanding a refund for what she called a botched procedure. This is what she got for complaining. Now, during her tirade, the dentist dragged the customer off the couch, grabbed her phone, and smashed it on the ground. Y'all saw what happened there. That's one dentist I'm not messing with. You got it, dude. The patient later told Popo that she paid the equivalent of $833 for braces at the clinic in 2021. Oh, she going on. But she had severe pain removing them in August. So yeah, that dentist went off and she said, oh, you got a problem with your teeth? How about I take them all out? Hell with lining them up. Oh yeah. Oh boy, we got to get on over to Miami Gardens, where this couple is accused of what? They set up a fake Louis Vuitton store in their crib. People was up in there taking pictures and everything like that. They had the nerve to put it on TikTok. And guess what happened after that? Police said, oh yeah, y'all got some clothes and stuff over there? Let's go get some gear from them. And then guess what? They got locked up and they gonna be locked up for a long time. Let's go, y'all, let's go. People just think that they can do anything. And I mean, I am going to say that I don't know if they're going to get too much of a big charge because they may get like a slap on the wrist for this, but I'm not sure because their crib really looked like a high-end Louis Vuitton store.
Well, now here at 6 o'clock, it may look like a store filled with designer goods. Turns out they are all fashion fakes. Officers say everything inside a South Florida home, from the clothes, the shoes, even the displays, were designed to dupe people. The couple accused of being behind the counterfeit operation, spending time behind bars. 7's Brandon Byers live in Miami Gardens with some details here, Brandon.
Well, Belky's looked like the kind of store my wife might drag me to and spend hours in shopping. But as you mentioned, turns out the whole thing was fake.
I can't play the music. But this is what it looked like inside of that place, y'all. They had racks set up, shelves, sneakers, hats.
Even designer handbags. Nope, this is someone's house. Everything you see is fake. Police say 33-year-old Yuri Velazquez Garcia and his wife Mayrelis Plans were running this store, which according to investigators, the couple called the Louis Vuitton of Hialeah. Also fake, since the store or house is actually in Miami Gardens. Lying about where you live, not necessarily a crime. But when police accuse you of filling your home with counterfeit merchandise and then selling it.
And they didn't just have a little bit. That is hundreds of shirts. That's probably 1,000 to 2,000 shirts on the bottom alone.
That is a crime.
They were arrested for counterfeiting goods or services more than over $1,000.
Police say after the couple posted this video on social media back in July, they launched an investigation and in the following weeks conducted 2 controlled buys before arresting the husband and wife Tuesday. Others posting videos as well, showing themselves shopping at the home. Although Louis Vuitton of Hialeah that was actually in Miami Gardens is no more, and the husband-wife team accused of running it behind bars.
Yeah, but the bail was only, what, $5,000?
I'll give her a bond, $5,000. Thank you. Have a nice day. You have a good lawyer. Listen to what he tells you.
Oh, have a good lawyer and listen to what he tells you. I don't know. That sounds like that judge might be a little lenient on her. What y'all think? And then somebody, y'all funny. Y'all pay attention to everything. Somebody in the comments said the reporter had a mullet. Who was the person that pointed that out? The reporter had a mullet. We're going to get over to this dash cam footage as we catch this lady. She's driving a rental car, and guess what happens? She crashed while she was texting. Yep, she was texting, driving the car, thinking she was all good in the hood, thought she was chilling, moseying on down the road, and guess what? I had to cue it up a little bit, but check this out, guys. Don't let this be one of you. Pay attention when you're on the road. You could always text later. As you see, she has some sort of a medical nurse's badge on. So I feel a little bad for her because of the fact that, you know, she's in the medical field. But that does not mean that you should be texting while driving. Now, as you can see those cars going by, it looks a little more scarier to me because those cars are in the other lane. She's in one lane, but the road looks kind of slim there. Me, myself, yeah. Boom, 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 boom. No audio. Yeah, that's how it happens, y'all. Texting while driving. Yeah, that's how it happens, mama. Yeah, be careful. Pay attention to what you're doing. Yeah, and you can't even explain that to the rental company. Why? Because they got you on video, boo. So any damage, get in touch with Geico. They're going to take care of that off that bill. Keep on moving forward, y'all. Keep on moving forward. Come on, y'all know that was fire. Y'all ain't getting that nowhere else. I had to pay attention and go searching for something like that. Double tap that screen to get those likes up and give me all the money in your pocket right now. No, hit that like button. Let more people come over here to know what we got going on. That was crazy. See why dash cam also helps out? Texas governor says the minimum age to buy that they coming in the party, spliff us and see. Yes, they're selling THC. Coming in the party. THC, y'all. The governor said you gotta be 21 in Texas if you're trying to get high on your own supply.
But we begin with an executive order issued by Governor Abbott. Under this directive, the sale of THC products will now be regulated in Texas. The governor's order treats hemp more like alcohol, and it does not legalize all marijuana. It would, however, add regulations to the lower level doses of THC that were legalized under the 2019 hemp bill. ABC 13's Brianna Willis joining us now live. And even with some new regulations, a lot of those dispensaries that have opened up will not be forced now to shut down.
Uh-oh.
No, they won't. In fact, businesses just like this one, Euphoria Smoke and Vape Shop here in the Montrose area, tell me they've already been doing what the governor is asking for. And others that I spoke with recently actually say this is the one side that everyone agrees on, protecting children. Some THC and hemp-derived products can still be rolled out across the state of Texas, but soon with stronger regulations.
It's compliance regulations, basically. Pretty nominal.
I'm wondering why about 3,000 people just came into the video, but okay. I wonder why so many more people just popped in here, y'all. I don't know. Could it be a bunch of Texans that's interested?
Considering what the legislature was looking at a full-out ban that would have closed hundreds of retail outlets across Texas.
Today, Governor Greg Abbott issuing an executive order to regulate the industry. It will ban sales to minors, require customers to show an ID, it calls for label requirements for products, and directs the state health department and Alcoholic Beverage Commission to create the regulations and enforce them.
Yes, and I agree with somebody in the comments there basically that said the brain does not finalize on development until 21. I agree with that in a whole bunch of ways. Like we got these guys in the neighborhoods in New York, they set up their little whatevers, but they target the children, which is sad. And if you really pay attention to the kids coming and going from school, you would notice they're already vaping, which is crazy. And I'm talking about at a young age. I saw something in Arizona one time that was pretty crazy. Let's keep on going, y'all, because we got to go over to Chicago, where people getting tired of people stealing their packages. So guess what? This family, they set a trap to confront a porch pirate on camera. Y'all know where we going with this right now. Y'all know where we going with this right now, because I'm tired of people trying to steal my packages. Let's go.
People are tired of falling victim. That's really what it comes down to. And people are starting to fight back. You mentioned it, Jaleel.
Now, her shoulders are broader than mine. I had to stop this for a minute. We don't know if we did track in the past or you was a gymnastics, but yeah, she's a very athletic person there, boy.
Anthony and his mother, they set a trap that led to a really tense confrontation and a police arrest. But the story doesn't stop there. Yes, he has a gun, okay? This is Ring video showing Jaleel Anthony running out of his home wearing just underwear and a T-shirt. For the second time, a suspect returned to the home in the 600 block of Morris Avenue in Bellwood. But surveillance footage shows this thief has been on a crime spree for weeks, targeting multiple homes across the west suburbs. Yesterday, everything changed. The Anthony family set up a bait package on their porch when the suspect approached. The Ring camera immediately triggered an alert. The video was posted to social media and has been seen over 300,000 times. Armed but careful, Jaleel Anthony confronted the thief before calling the police. The arrest that followed uncovered what he says was a staggering haul. Over 30 stolen packages in the suspect's vehicle, all taken from homes across several neighborhoods.
Wow.
Now, despite being taken into custody, the suspect was later released, leaving Anthony completely frustrated.
Smack on the wrist.
I realize there's a reason he's targeting Cook County. You don't do this in DuPage. You don't do it in Will. You're choosing to target Cook County for a certain reason. And it's disheartening that people know exactly what they're... So it's not like he doesn't know what he's doing. Oh, he's deliberately choosing a certain neighborhood in a certain county.
Sometimes when you order materials or packages, you can help pick the date and time when you know you might be around. Another really important key for people to remember, there are often many services and many stores, often laundromats or UPS stores, whatever it is in your neighborhood, that will accept packages for you.
Yeah, I had to start doing that too, especially if it's an important package. They have a little seal box now where they have like a key. You just go there. You can use your phone to unlock it. You guys know. Be careful with these packages out here. I like the fact that they caught that dude. But the fact of the matter is a lot of times they get a smack on the wrist. Amazon says, you know what? You'll pay them back or whatever. You get the package again. Police don't even follow up with that. So you got a guy like that riding around, running up to somebody's porch, picking up the package, putting his phone to the package, acting like he's the one that's dropping it off, and then sliding off with it. Y'all see how fast I put that together? Come on now. You can't pour syrup on shit and make it pancakes. I saw what it was. Come on, y'all. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. Let everybody know that we over here. It ain't over. We got to go over to Pennsylvania. That's right, Pennsylvania. Because I can't believe what they did to a friend of a friend. How dare them ban a friend's emotional support alligator? I mean, it's just an alligator. The man just want to bring his alligator inside Walmart. Would you guys have a problem with that? Come on, it's his emotional support alligator. And she's a nice girl. What's wrong with having an alligator, guys?
I didn't think that I would actually own an alligator ever. It's been really kind of incredible.
Wesley Silva got his pet alligator 4 years ago from a neighbor who got her as a gift. When they weren't able to care for her anymore, they asked Silva if he'd be interested.
I did some research. I have kids of my own, and I didn't want to put anybody in jeopardy. And after some research, I was like, you know what? I'll take her.
Since then, they've been everywhere.
We've gone to restaurants. We've been to Denny's where she's a star there. She gets VIP treatment. We've been out to Bob Evans. We've been out to the Wagon Wheel in West Brownsville.
Silva says she always got a warm welcome. That is until nearly 2 weeks ago when some shoppers at the West Brownsville Walmart reached out to Channel 11 about an alligator shopping in Walmart with its owner.
It's been very positive, and I was really taken back by that.
While Silva says Jinsei Oshi is registered as an emotional support animal, it's not allowed at Walmart. After our story, Walmart sent the...
Yo, how they got a sweater on the fucking alligator with a hoodie on? You got fur around the collar. And y'all in the comments talking about, I can't lie, the alligator is kind of cute. See, I knew y'all love animals. Look, look, look.
Statement saying in part, quote, "We welcome service animals in our stores, but it is unacceptable to expose members of the public to potential danger. Accordingly, alligators are not permitted on our premises." Silva says he's upset, but understands. He says he'll continue taking her wherever she's welcome.
I just go with the flow.
Demonetize said, yo, Demonetize, why you try to hit me with the joke real quick? Demonetize said it was chilly out, so that's why she had the jacket on. Oh my God, oh my God. Oh man, y'all appreciate the content that y'all getting. Go ahead and double tap that screen and get those likes up. Also, guess what? You want to make some money, 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 money? Hit that link in the description, fill out a survey, and you guys will make some money, and I will make some money too. All you got to do, hit the link in the description, check it out. All you got to do is fill out the survey, and you'll make some money, and I'll make some money too. Also, one more thing I want to tell you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, if you're not a member, if you haven't helped us to get to 50,000 subscribers, come on, y'all, show some love. We are #1, and they proved it yesterday. Your boy was sick, and we still held it down. So do your boy a favor, double tap that screen to get those likes up. Also, if you haven't already become a member, go ahead and do so we can run it up, run it up, run it up. And if you got a business that you're trying to promote, make sure that your promo is in 1080 by 1080 and send it over to me over here at Our Bottom Line. I'll put it up in the post notification area so that all of our hopefully 50,000 subscribers will be able to see your promo, your business, and what you have going on. Just make sure it's in a 1080 by 1080 frame and it will fit perfectly. Also, this week coming up, we got that Show Your Talent search. Look at that purple, y'all. Same jacket I had on when I took the picture. Check this out. This is what I'm going to do. We're doing a talent show. We're going to be in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. Going to find a location soon. Soon as we let you guys know where it's going to be, boom, somebody's going to be able to win up to $250 in Brooklyn. In Brooklyn. Don't know exactly what part of Brooklyn, but I'm going to finalize on a location. We've already done the Bronx, already done Queens. Just got to make sure we get enough people because we do this, but not a lot of people show up. So we're really trying to get a good pool going on for the Brooklyn location so you guys can have a lot going on when we do it live. And then we got $250 going to the #1 person that shows their talent. That could be dancing, that could be singing, that could be cooking. You cook fried chicken? Hey, what? Guess what? Cooking is an actual talent. So what I want to do is get everybody in Brooklyn to come over to this one location and let us hear or see what you got going on as far as talent. I'm going to be there as the host, your boy BOOGOTTINYC. It is sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. The last time we did this, we had DJ Don Dada that was there, and we killed it. Killed it in Valley Stream. Also did our thing up at the Throgs Next Superstore. Can't wait to see you guys, because after we finish the certain locations in boroughs, we're going to come to one location, and somebody's going to have a chance to put on $1,000 on top of that $250. That's right, you guys. Ongoing event. Ongoing situation. Why? Because it keeps us together, and every time I do it, I always go live so you guys can see it going on. You guys want to try the Big Drip? All you got to do is go to your local liquor store, ask for it by name. 14% alcohol. Ooh, ain't no joke. I used to let the mic smoke. And with that being said, it's Purple Sunday, y'all. Purple Sunday. I want to see who we got in the chat. We got Batty Lynn. We got Casey up in the building. We got Chris. We got Cat Dad, we got Schizophrenic, we got Batty Lynn. Who else we got up in here? We got Rebecca Lon Yin Bueno chiming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Everybody who I named, as well as whoever's here in the chat, want to pray for you guys today for this Purple Sunday. Hope that you have a fantastic morning, afternoon, and evening. I hope that y'all sleep well, do what y'all want to do, and just stay safe and stay healthy. And remember, problems present opportunities. And guess what? God is going to hold us down as much as we can. And as long as he gives us another day, we got another day to fight to get it right. Amen. And with that being said, you guys, Monday, my favorite day, tomorrow, y'all know what time, 6 o'clock. Let's get it right. We're going to be right here to do it all over again. On a personal note, thank you for holding me down yesterday. I was under the weather, but guess what? Y'all really showed that who y'all really are. Y'all held the show down yourselves yesterday. Hats off to you guys. Thank you so much for being a #1 co-host on YouTube, period. And with that being said, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, Casey, came here to chill with me, Chris, came here to chill with me, Rebecca Lanya Bueno, Cat Dad, Mad Hatter. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Get 'em! Peace. Ha ha. 1.